share something with you guys real quick that might help you guys out, especially the guys that have employees. So ever since I started my business, I've had employees, and I've never had a time clock. I've never had anything like that to keep track of employees' hours. So what we've always done is we just have a little booklet like this, and every day the guys would come in and they would write their start time down, and then at the end of the day when they're leaving, they would write their end time. And once payday rolled around, I would have to grab that book, add up everybody individually, and do the hours that way. And it just kind of became kind of a headache. So I kind of looked on Yardbooks. I seen the clock in and clock out. I thought I'd give it a shot. So what I did is I got in touch with the guys at Yardbook, and I got on the phone with them, and I was like, hey, how do I do this? How do I get this set up? So basically what you have to do is you make another email account, and that email account is for employees. And you give that email account only the access that you want them to have. Clock in and clock out, jobs, anything like that. The clock in and clock out system and the jobs for the day, that's the only thing that my employees have at their disposal with that login. So they can't see my invoices, they can't see my billing, they can't see any of my statements, they can't see my customers, they can't see nothing that I don't want them to see. So the way I've got mine set up is I have my iPad down there. You can also use a phone, another laptop, anything with an internet connection. I had this iPad, I really never used it, so I thought I would use that for the clock in and clock out. So that iPad is logged in with the employee's email address and the employee's password. I have that down there. It's not a huge secret. You can only clock in and clock out and look at jobs, so it's not that big a deal. But one thing I do love about it is I can access that through my regular account on my phone or my laptop, and I can see when guys clock in, I can see when guys clock out, even if I'm not at the shop. Okay, so now I want to show you guys how to get there, how to navigate through, and some of the features that it has that are going to be beneficial for you. Here we're on the site map, and we're going to want to go to timesheets. And this is what I would do at the end of every week is I would go to timesheets. I'm going to click all employees, and then I'm going to select a date range. I want to do last week. So let's pretend that I want to do payroll for last week. So we're going to click last week, and then it's going to bring up all the hours. So you can see I got one employee that worked 41 hours. I got another one that worked 37, another one that worked 32. And it's just right there. I mean, that's all I need. That's all I need for last week. You know, we worked a total of 111 hours between those three people. That's what I needed to know to do my payroll. And if you go down here, you can actually get a detailed a list of what the clock in and clock out was for every single day. There was one day to where we I can't remember why we didn't clock in and clock out, but then I can go in and manually put in the time that they worked that day. So that's also a nice feature. So if something's happening, iPad's out of battery or whatever, then you can actually go in and fix that. So another example would be, let's say you hired a new employee. You go back to the site map and you click on employees, and there's the list of employees. You would just hit add, and then you were good to go. So just a very simple but effective tool that can help you out and save you a little bit of time from week to week and have a little bit more professional feel about your company if you have employees.